Super, thank you. Welcome back, everybody. This is Robert from Custodian File. Today is March 10th. All right, let's shoot through a whole bunch of interpolation videos. This channel is about, if you're new, this channel is about very small UFOs flying around all over the world. I live in Marina Del Rey, Los Angeles, and the Marina Del Rey is infested with these small UFOs. So these are called interpolations. You copy and paste a video, put them on a screenshot, and we're going to shoot through a whole bunch as quickly as possible at the request of a viewer. This is one of my favorite ones right here. I'm shooting a Panasonic X1000 4K 60 frames a second. This is a very rare, this is one of a kind. These, I call these dragons, these UFO dragons, because 7 years ago I thought they were dragonflies, that they had to be, logically, they had to be a bird, and then they had to be an insect, and then after thousands of videos and you get a better camera, it's nothing like that. So these UFOs are extremely predictable, extremely. They love flying up to our helicopters. When they do, I call that a tag. And I've taught this to other people, and other people are now making the same videos, if not better than mine. So I encourage you to check out other videos. These extremely, it's a very big deal, especially Marina Del Rey. The military has been here over 15,000 times. So let's shoot through a whole bunch of interpolations. Please feel free to ask, subscribe, comment, questions, whatever. custodianfile@gmail.com. Like I said, we'll shoot through a whole bunch of interpolations. I'll try to overwhelm you with evidence. So I know if you're new to the channel, you'll say that's a bird, that's a bug, parallax, flying too close to the camera. And that's okay if you wanted to say that 2 or 3 times. We're talking about thousands of videos where you can predict these things within 5 seconds when they will fly by. Nobody can predict a bug or a bird. Impossible. In fact, go outside and try to find a bug and record it and send it to me, Custodian File. You'll be so frustrated you cannot find a bug and record it. Bugs are disappearing. Google this. Bugs are disappearing. Nevertheless, the video speaks for itself. Let's shoot through a whole bunch as quickly as possible here. Again, these are called interpolations. It's copy and paste of each frame, and it shows where they start, where it ends. 80% of them are straight. 2% of them are zigzag. All right, so let's go to the next. Let's just keep shooting through them. Super. Okay, here we go. From 2 years ago. This is one of those cinema drones. They're like $20,000 drones. It was surveying the land, the marina, the wetlands. Not quite sure, but nevertheless, if you fly a drone, anything over 150 feet elevation, will get recon, will get tagged by these UFO dragons. That's what makes them so predictable. If you're seeing this for the first time, this is a lot of information. It's just really, it's like you're being invited into a flying saucer and they're teaching you how to fly it, and it's overwhelming. I get it. But if you've been watching the channel, you're like totally on board. You know what's going on here. Here's a photo from a couple of months ago. The president came to LA. He brought a couple of F-35s as escort because these dragons are concerning to the Pentagon. Those are tankers. The F-35s were getting refueled by the tankers. They're getting tagged by Orbs. Orbs are somewhat a little bigger. It's hard to say, 3 to 6 feet. They're slower, just 100 miles, 200 miles an hour. Nothing like dragons, but we don't know the complete 411. I mean, I'm baffled. I don't think the Orbs are doing recon. I swear, if anything, I think they're tourism. They're ET tourism. And they get escorted by dragons, these UFO small dragons. Yeah, that's my theory is that these small UFO dragons, their primary function is to escort larger UFOs, and then once they're at a planet, they recon the planet. But then I'm really playing with that. They could be time travelers too from our future. Both these drone orbs and dragons. I mean, it's a strong probability that they're time travelers. They're here and they're looking. Maybe they're trying to tell us something. It's too hard to figure it all out without inside information. People do give me inside information, but they're hard to come by. What do we have here? This is like from one of my viewers. Put together a interpolation of a dragon here, and trying to, I think this was at LAX actually, with the F-35s. So they're all over the sky. The point is, they're all over the sky. Anyone could do this. Take your cell phone, record anything in the sky: helicopters, balloons, earth drones, airplanes, landscape. Zoom in a little, 30 seconds, look for a dot. That will be the UFO dragon. All right, let's go to the next. Super, this is a video I took. I was just driving around. I saw the helicopter ahead of me, the police helicopter. I pulled over, took out my little camcorder. Sure enough, because I was 90% sure he would get tagged, and he did. And look at this thing, just drops out of the sky, zigzags all the way down. Very predictable, just very, when and where is, it's a very predictable science. And science is supposed to be repeatable and predictable. And that's what these small UFOs are. They're all over the planet. They're all over. Here's a photo from the pink smoke of a real dragonfly. This is why I call them dragons, because 7 years ago, I said, well, these things have to be a dragonfly, have to be a bug. There's no other explanation. But then after thousands and thousands of more videos, it becomes very predictable. And I get a lot of help from the Pentagon because when they bring in their Black Hawks, these things fly up to the Black Hawks. So 1 and 1 is 2, and you start to see a pattern. And that's what makes them so predictable. They love the jetty rocks in Marina del Rey. They're all over the jetty rocks. They're in and out of the water at the jetty rocks. That theory might be true for other jetty rocks, other parts of the country or the planet. Somebody just has to record jetty rocks wherever you live. Here's a photo from Dr. Bruto, Brazil. He's just at his airport recording airplanes. This is all you do, record airplanes. Now, some people record empty skies and still get dragons, but that's the hard way to do it. Just record a helicopter, airplanes, go to the airport. Look at these things. It's just remarkable. Just consistently predictable. I won't say 100%, in the high 90s though, high 90s. Here's one I took. All I was doing was recording the moon. So there's no aircraft here. I call these solo dragons when there's no aircraft. But those are, again, they're hard to come by. But since I have the video, I interpolated it. It's kind of cool. What do they look like? They do appear to have like a copper orange tone, patina. Once in a while, and they do have per their propulsion, they look like wings. They look like tiny wings. I call them plasma jets because, in my opinion, they are operating on electricity, extreme high voltage, extreme. You might say ion propulsion. Here's the president just flying by, getting tagged. Very common. That's been happening the last 10 years. I have a dragon video from 2014. That's 10 years now. Very predictable. It flies to Los Angeles, gets in Marine 1, flies over the marina, gets tagged by these UFO dragons. Very predictable. Anybody flies over Marina del Rey, you're going to get tagged, you're going to get recon by these UFOs. Do your best. Hey, let me hear your theories. If you don't think, whatever you think they are, let me hear your theories. But we're going on 7 years. We've got thousands of videos. We got other people all over the country doing the same thing. We have this one attorney in Pasadena, California. He's knocking it out of the park. You have another gentleman in East LA. He's getting all kinds of better video than I am. Brown Dwarf. The other one is Latchkey Hustle. Chip in Florida. I mean, but I'm getting them really from Brazil, the UK. They're coming in. So take the Dragon Challenge. When you see a helicopter, airplane, just hold your phone landscape, zoom in a little, and record. And I'll walk you through it if you need help. Leave a comment or email me at custodianfile@gmail.com. Let's go to the next. Okay, super. So here's a photo of NASA's going to be sending a drone to Titan, Saturn, and this is pretty much what it's going to look like. They're going to land. They interpolated their rover, their drone. Not sure where they're getting that paradigm from, Interpolations, but I came up with that like 4 years ago, and they're calling their drone dragonflies. So I'm very puzzled by that. Of course, NASA is not endorsing my channel. They never would endorse anyone's channel. So I'm kind of puzzled by that. So let's see in 4 years where this all goes. They might end up changing the name. Maybe once they realize they might be supporting my channel, they'd say, well, we got to change the name. That's just logic. It's just logic. They're not going to support anyone's UFO channel. I get that. All right, let's end the next photo with SpaceX. Look at this interpolation of an unknown craft, UFO, flying by. They got it on video. You interpolate the video. It's hard to say what that is. It's probably not a dragon, probably an orb. Like I said, they're a lot slower and easier to catch. So tell me what you think. What do you think's going on here? Is it just a bad calculation on my part? I'm a retired pharmacist, so I do have a pretty good heavy science background. For what it's worth, I invented the first mail order pharmacy in the United States in 1986. So I think I'm a straightforward thinker. Let me hear from you. Share your thoughts, good or bad. I'd like to hear from you. All right, until the next video, thank you for watching. Stay safe. Bye-bye.